This is a special presentation of the Ticats Audio Network.
Welcome to this very special presentation on the Ticat Audio Network. Now, with all of us across the region still basking in the glow of, I think, probably the greatest Grey Cup festival of all time, the Tiger Cats are clearly laser-focused on the 2024 season. Now, it's been a busy day today around the Ticat offices at Tim Horton Field with the announcement of some adjustments to football operations. Today, the team announced that Orlando Steinauer will be focusing all of his attention on his role as president of football operations. Ed Hervey will become the new general manager for the Tiger Cats, and a head coach is going to be named later on this week. Now, as we all know, these roles are 24/7, and a man who lives and breathes that every day is going to join me right now. He is the Tiger Cat president of football operations, Orlando Steinauer. With your responsibilities with the football team, I mean, this is 24/7, 365 days of the year. There have got to be times that you wish, I wish there's more than 24 hours in the day so I could get some of this work done. It's quite a load, but that's the cost, I guess, of being part of a great franchise that's so dedicated to winning.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're in this role, you're always prepared to work overtime, if you will. And I'm actually glad, Bill, that there's not more than 24 hours in a day, because somehow we as coaches figure that we could get more done. So, that's just part of the deal. It's what you sign up for. And, I love coaching. It's something that's been in my blood since 2010, right? So I've been going at it for quite a while.
What I love about this, I was just looking at the org structure for the football team yesterday, as a matter of fact, and you look at the talents and the CVs of people like yourself and some of the other people in the organization. There's a lot of Grey Cups in those CVs. In other words, you got a lot of people in this organization, yourself included, that have won and know how to win. And it's really, I guess, an ongoing process to try to decide, okay, who can best contribute and in what way can they contribute to this operation.
I think that's what you're always doing at the end of every regular season. And, you're not just looking at things from players, but you're looking at players, coaches, organizationally. How can we get better? How can we stay innovative and creative? How can we best use everybody's skill set? And I think you said it well, that there's a lot of championship pedigree within this building. And I think this is a chance for us to take advantage of everybody's strengths.
Football operations. Now, I want to be clear here. I know how much you love coaching and how successful you are as a coach. The players love you to a person. Every time I talk to any of the guys on the field, they just love this coaching staff and you as the head coach. But football operations, we were just talking a couple of minutes ago, is a full-time job in and of itself. There's so many different facets to that, aren't there?
There are. There's always what you think the job description is, and then there's actually what you do every day. And I think that's true in most professions, that there's all types of different things that are required every single day to make sure, you have the best product available, be it practice or behind the scenes. And so I just think that it's really about the people that you're able to surround yourself with that give you the best opportunity to achieve our ultimate goal around here, and that's just to win championships.
I guess the other element to this too, and I think you talked about this when you took on the dual role last season. Pretty much in this league and in this sport, you have to expect the unexpected, don't you? I mean, okay, here's my job function, and as long as everything goes cool, this will work. But then you get things like a pandemic thrown at you, or a quarterback injury thrown at you, or any number of different things, or a kicker that goes cold. I mean, it's happened to every coach in every football operations in the NFL and in the CFL. And you've got to be ready to pivot pretty quickly, don't you?
That's part of it. You've got to be fluid. You've got to be willing to be flexible. It's very important to have a plan and a vision and understand which stepping stones that you're going to use to get there. But I think like with anything and in life, what we always talk about is that you're guaranteed adversity. So what we like to do is focus more on our adversity responses, so that when the adversity does hit, we're better prepared. But yeah, when you had a pandemic in there, I mean, who do you call to see who's went through something like that? What experience do you garner? And I think that's really when you find out who you're working with and who you're not just going through it, but actually growing through it with. So I've been real fortunate to be surrounded by just amazing people. And I think one of the things, as you may have heard me say before, one of the things when I took over here is I took all the titles off of the door. And that just reminds everybody that we're all people. and we do have jobs to do, and there are descriptions, and there's accountability and grace that'll be given, but we're all people first, and so that's where we kind of just try to remain focused and keep things people based.
Having known you for many years now and your approach to life, not just to football, I know that you're an optimist, an eternal optimist. You always see the glass is half full. I know it was a disappointing end to the 2023 season for the football team, but at the same time, I get the sense in talking to you and to Scott Mitchell and to Bob Young himself that there is a feeling that, there's a lot of work to be done here, but we're close to having a team that could not just win but dominate in this league. The talent is there, the attitude is there. It's that extra little bit of work, and I guess the concentration on the football operations aspect of it is going to be a part of that, isn't it? To make sure that you are prepared for any adversity that comes along.
Yeah, I just look at it as I'm still a coach of sorts, and I have a different team, and the actual on the field team will be delegated to somebody else, but I'm not going to be far removed. In fact, you may see me down on the field. I'm not going to just be in the glass ceiling looking down. I'm going to be active in it. I'm going to be here day to day, and I'm going to be here to support in any way I can, and that's the way I see it, to be extremely active. And it's close is always up to anybody who has an opinion. And all I can say is that I'm extremely proud of how we battled through adversity throughout the season to get into an opportunity where we had a chance to win the championship. Obviously, when you fall short, you're always reevaluating and retooling and trying to do things and wonder how you can get better. And this is just part of that process. And so I'm looking forward to this new challenge, and also in supporting everybody else in their new roles.
So, Orlando, let's talk about that. There are some changes, and one of those, of course, is Ed Hervey is now the general manager of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. What does he bring to the table?
Yeah, so with Ed, I think the biggest thing is the tangible things are really easy, Bill. Like you know how he's turned around an organization. The obvious thing is he's been a Grey Cup champion. He's made tremendous hires and that sort of thing, and he just brings. He's done it from the ground floor. He started off as a scout, and I think he was an intern or at least a co-GM at some point, and he's seen a lot. He's managed day-to-day operations, done a fantastic job with it, not just manage it. And I just think he has a very calm and confident demeanor. With the stuff that nobody sees is I have a chance to work with Ed behind the scenes, from the inside out, for the last 2 years. And it's very apparent why he's been entrusted to run a couple of different organizations. With that being said, Bill, I think I'd definitely be remiss if I didn't say that I think we have 3 GMs in-house. And this wasn't an easy decision. With Drew Almain and Spencer Zimmerman, both these men will get opportunities to be GMs at some point. And I just felt at this time, we just kind of felt that the direction we were headed this year, that Ed was the right person for the job. So I really can't say enough positive things about him, especially from the inside out. The way, I also just want to touch on just the way he deals with players, the respect, that sort of thing. Again, I could go on and on, but I just really feel like these are some of the things that really stood out.
More to come on this, of course, in the days and weeks ahead. This is an exciting time. Free agency, of course, February 13th is the free agents date. But, there's still some signings to be done, some evaluations to be doing. I'm already jacked up about 2024. I know you are, and I think the other people in the organization are too. Thank you so much for the time today. I know we're going to talk more in the weeks and ahead with more announcements coming on this, but thanks for spending some time with us today.
Hey, absolutely. Anytime. Thanks, Bill.
This has been a special presentation of the Ticats Audio Network. If you like what you're hearing, please rate and review wherever you find our content.